live.
Hello, hello.
What's up? This is So Many Gumballs Super Fun Time Stream of Consciousness.
I'm a man on the internet, and this is my friend Ken.
Hey, howdy ho, Kyle. How we doing today?
We're doing okay. A little sad that one of my best friends, a midget who carries two guns, is dead.
What? What? Oh, don't tell me you lost your save file because your computer crashed.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about a way to get around that. And you know what? For once, I'm actually gonna play a low-level, like level 1 character just after I get the guns on your file, and it could be kind of like we could have this dumb little like argument that that was his name. That shortstop left the planet because he actually got called in to like fulfill a role in a movie.
Are you kidding me? I think we should just play it off as though you lost everything. I think that would be just so much funnier. It's just like, yeah, I lost everything. I'm starting at the beginning. Deal with it.
Well, I mean, like I don't want like our whole adventure to go back to square one because
Oh no, we can play on mine and we'll just upfront go, oh hey, by the way, we
so
lost everything. Kyle has to start from the beginning, but he doesn't want to start the story over.
so I was gonna take the approach of playing as Maya, pick the most business suit thing, and it's like, oh yes, she's going to be your temporary replacement until we find someone better, but she just stays with you the whole time. And she acts like an intern.
Intern Maya. So I
Well, actually, I would have done zero, except that intern zero doesn't make any sense.
uh so yeah, that okay. So I had asked you to watch the trailer, Kyle.
Hmm.
I Now the trailer is for a movie called Freaked from 1993. Now the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I have not seen this movie in Christ, I want to say since probably 1994, 1995. I remember seeing this movie on HBO or Cinemax or something very late night. Now, after watching that trailer, Kyle, I wanted to I wanted to express to you. Now, the reason why I asked you to watch the trailer, the reason why I'm bringing it up, is until I listened to a podcast that was talking about this movie, I thought it was a fucking fever dream. I swear
Nope.
to God, I remember this movie. I was just like, I don't remember the actor, but this dude gets mutated. His best friend becomes a Siamese twin with a feminist. There's a talking cow that talks like Slim Pickens. Mr. T is a bearded woman, and I, for the life of me, could not remember the name of the movie. Could not like, and when I had Googled it years ago, couldn't find it, and I just assumed it was when I was young. I used to have really bad insomnia, and I used to stay up. Oh, I'm sorry, Titan. I just accidentally booped the cat in the face by accident. I used to be up super late at night, and I used to watch all kinds of weird fucking things on late night television because I couldn't sleep as a kid from the ages of roughly 10 to 17. I used to probably operate on less than 5 hours of sleep. And I used to stay up super late night and watch like old reruns of Saturday Night Live. I used to watch old TV shows, Nick at Night, all kinds of things. I frequented cable quite often, and this movie has been something that's always been kind of in the back of my head that I've thought about. That I honestly thought it was a fever dream because there's another horror movie I remember that I for the life of me cannot find the title, cannot find it on the internet. I can't find it anywhere. And Freaked is, I mean, I'm just so happy I found this. Kind of gives me hope that the other movie I'm thinking about. Now, Freaked from 1993, starring a host of
Oh,
people,
oh no.
including Mr. T, Alex Winters of Bill and Ted. Also, an uncredited cameo by Keanu Reeves,
Uh-oh.
also of
Oh
Bill and
no.
Ted, Bobcat Goldthwait,
Okay,
and
one second. Can
Randy
you
Quaid.
hear me right now?
I can't hear you. Sorry. What's up? I can hear you.
Crud.
Can you not hear me? We might have technical difficulties.
Alright, for those of you at home watching this on TV, since my computer got bricked, I actually had to go back and make sure my audio was correct again.
My mic is all right. It's lighting up on my screen.
And I apparently have turned off the sound quality, like the listening quality.
Oh, so it
Yep,
sounds off.
I can tell that you can hear me and I can tell that I'm transmitting.
Yes. I'm responding to him. I also just told him I'm
Alright,
responding to him.
we are back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. So as I was saying, it's a movie from 1993. It has Alex Winters, an uncredited cameo by Keanu Reeves. It has Mr. T. It has Randy Quaid, Bobcat Goldthwait. It is a real movie. It is a very real movie. It is an insane movie too, by the way. Also, weirdly, ahead of its time in terms of inclusivity and stuff like that. I'm watching. I was watching a little bit at work on my phone, bouncing around, going, "Oh God, this is real! I gotta watch it! I gotta watch it!"
I'm a little surprised. Actually, I don't know. Like, given the point of time that we are in right now, it just feels really confusing that there would be a feminist character as a comedy act. Like, I feel like that would be something that would be happening now.
Oh well, see, the thing is, Kyle. One of the things that little rant I went on before. I'm sorry. I'm sick and I'm pulling my shit together. So I apologize to the listener and I apologize to you, Kyle. I do not feel well, which is something I had to talk to you about Saturday and Sunday. I'm probably not going to be able to make it because I'm feeling worse as the time goes by. I've also drank a lot of NyQuil, Dayquil. I don't want to go to sleep yet.
Well, be sure to tell them about. Be sure to tell the other players about it too.
Oh yeah, well actually I wanted to talk to you about that. Uh, Viewer aside, I was wondering if I already uh, called about the table. If you want to run like a little one night thing, I'm totally up for it. And you know what? I won't like I don't it, not in the story I'm doing currently, but if you want to do your own little interlude, like well, I mean just straight up when I text them, I'm going, hey, look, I'm not feeling well. I'm not gonna be able to DM, and I'm not gonna make it to your game, which also I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about that while we're on here. But we can get to that after the stream. All right? Just we might cut it. We won't do a 3 hour stream like we did last time, or
Hmm.
maybe we will. I'm pretty loopy on Dayquil and
I would say a 3-hour stream is not possible in my schedule right now. Something
okay,
closer to an hour, honestly,
okay.
which is a bit of a shame, but
Anyway, so I wanted to do something, Kyle. I thought something that would be a really neat idea is I want before I get your thoughts on the trailer, I want to ask you an honest question. So it's free on YouTube right now.
hmm
Why don't you watch it? I will rewatch it, and then maybe we can see about somebody else who might want to join in who wants to watch it for the first time, and we can discuss it Monday and do like a little movie review.
for Monday.
Yes.
That honestly sounds fun,
Actually,
but
we could do a
but
double.
but,
We can.
but
Sorry.
with you as the producer and designer, I do have to say you have to get on the ball. You have to ask through the group of friends that you have and that I have connected you through.
That is true. I'll
If anybody wants to,
actually. You know what? I'll. Oh shit. You know what? If I'm You know what? I know I'm calling into work tomorrow, but I am gonna show up to work Monday. How about this? How about we play it by ear? I'll text everyone, kind of give them to it. You know what? No, let's do it next week, Wednesday or Thursday, to give enough time to make sure I'm not sick and to give everyone enough time if they can jump on and
Sounds good.
I'll text the group that I'll text both groups, both your game and my game. But
Do you actually do you actually want to hear? I had a couple of dumb ideas.
for my game or your game?
Well, for new projects.
Oh, new projects, go on.
Definite, probably. They're definitely going to be down the line because we still have scrambled brains.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I am sorry. I'm always going to call it scrambled brains, no matter what the official name is.
I actually, Kyle, I think that should be the title. Scrambled Brain sounds like a pretty good. It sounds like a good title. We just need to sit down and record it. Like I can, you know what? I I'm probably gonna be home all day tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. If I'm not playing the Red Dead Redemption Online, which that's something I want to talk about in a little bit. I eventually want to talk about that. Um,
All right.
that
Well,
should be the tagline for this podcast. I eventually want to talk about that. Um,
oh yeah. So, for any of us who are actually here and actually are wondering, the speakers here, this is Ken Summit, and I'm Kyle Leisker Crone.
what up?
Yeah, we had that whole act, but in the end, if somebody actually is interested and even wants to join, whatever.
Yes.
A little bit of professionalism is always good. Oh,
Ye-
but the really fun thing is, the two ideas, you already heard one of them already,
yes.
which was the Dungeons and Dragons at the Opera.
You might not have told me this unless you
This
you know,
first one would take a lot of tuning with how we record it, but would likely be the more crazy fun one to like put on YouTube.
Oh wait, is that the
So
one
like,
where we play a role playing game but we have to like sing like
yep,
a musical? Okay,
all
yes,
players
yeah, I do remember that.
all players in order in this tabletop campaign, most likely Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, in order for their actions to actually be allowed, legal, and canon, they have to sing it like an opera.
I love that.
The DM, however, does not. The DM can sing whenever they choose to, though. And the other cool idea was a little while back I played some werewolf with some other people. And generally I don't enjoy werewolf. It's just kind of me, you know?
You know what? I always found it a neat game, but I think it really has to do with the party you're playing it with. Some people are just not fun playing it.
Oh yeah. So one of the things that they were doing already was this like role playing thing where they would make their identities before they started playing. And it led to some really interesting things, but that was the first time I was witnessing it and I said no. Let's not just do that. And here's my idea for like the whole Left 4 Dead. You have to role play it the character including their goals. Everyone gets an identity that they would like to see, including one extra person. Maybe they put two in each. And you randomly pull those out of the hat, whether it's physical or digital. And the up to four players, hopefully four players playing Left 4 Dead 2, get one of those random identities and goals. Like if you get redneck, you don't want the sniper rifle, you want the biggest, loudest gun, and you might go to the extremes of killing a teammate to get that gun.
I need a shotgun. You gonna give me a shotgun, or am I gonna have to take a shotgun?
And honestly, like it's not too much, but I feel like it would make a very interesting thing for both the people playing it and feeling it, as well as the players, just as well as the audience.
um, I love
and
this.
I don't quite have a name for it yet.
You know what? Here, let me check. I know I have a bunch of people who play Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2. So I have 4 people right now who play Left 4 Dead 2, including you, someone named Wanderer, not a cat killer, and my buddy Brian. And then Left 4 Dead 1 is my other buddy Kyle, which I really need to get you and Kyle in a game.
Oh wait, and one of the cool things is whenever their character dies and they go on to the next chapter of Left 4 Dead, you actually pull out a new character from the hat.
Kind of like what we do for the slasher game, which uh, I am currently DMing a custom-made game based in like the 80s slasher movie, which there's also something, God, I wanted to talk about something I I tried to okay, so I tried to do something at the last session I couldn't do, and I was trying to figure out a way to get it done, but I kind of want to do it without the other players knowing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of alone sessions, I think with each player. But you specifically, I wanted to drop something about what happens in the slasher games, your character, that the other players won't know of. I'm not going to do this for everyone, but I just needed to get yours out of the way first.
Okay. By the way, I just went ahead and prepped my character. They've got level 1. They're looking pretty snazzy as an employee of Hyperion.
Oh, did you want to play Borderlands? Because I was just doing a normal stream where we just sit and chat.
I think sitting and chatting for now is good.
Okay. Because I'm not going to lie, I don't think I have the coordination to play a game right now. I know I'm going to go play Red Dead Redemption, but I'm going to suck at it. Sorry.
Actually, is it fair for me to raise up the... Yeah, this is a stream of consciousness.
Yes.
I was talking with one of the players. I won't disclose his name in my Whisper campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Think, for the audience, think Full Metal Alchemist meets...
D&D.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist D&D, where like the main thing about the whole campaign and the mechanics is that the NPCs are more integral to the plot than the players themselves. Now the players are making waves in the universe. But anyways, there was kind of this weird thing because at the beginning of the campaign, various people and various players' characters would have more knowledge. The people of the basically the Native American culture in my universe have secret knowledge about magic, which yes, Ken, your character should not know about it. But I have to trust you on keeping your mouth shut.
Kyle, I won't remember.
Well, I mean, I'm not even saying it right now, but I told it to you long ago.
Yes, and I know, and I won't remember, Kyle.
So, anyway, like, all of them almost,
Excuse
because
me,
of
sorry.
how everybody made their characters, they all have, like, different backgrounds that gives them different hidden knowledge. Now, that's not to say that I'm pitting the players against each other, but that if they want to come forth and trust the other players narratively enough, they would share their secrets towards combat strength, you know? The Native American characters could share their knowledge of this. The person who was actually part of the police knights has already shared his knowledge about how to evade the evade capture from the royal guards. But I'm not talking about what I'm doing in my campaign. Because these little secrets help make the plot feel real, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's this really strange problem with the chaotic neutral rogue character and their famous line, but he doesn't know I'm doing it. And only after only after witnessing it just recently, especially in a campaign where small secrets are held between players already and not players who are in it to kill each other, but players who actually are keeping secrets even though they're cooperating with each other, it really got me to a really strange point. It's kind of like saying, but he doesn't know I'm doing this, can be comparable to when a DM creates a scripted cutscene in which the other player cannot react. But
And you know what?
in a,
I will admit I have done that before, and I
oh
have. But
oh no, there is no blame for scripted cutscenes. Sometimes the security of the narrative is very important. You are in your campaign, the Gotham campaign, Batman Batman's City meets Magic, which was really rad, by the way, had some scripted cutscenes, but those scripted cutscenes also included both positives instead of just negatives.
you also could interrupt them too. So
But the main thing was
technically.
the main function of those scripted cutscenes were supposed to kind of protect the player from doing something stupid and basically interrupting the narrator from saying something important, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that's a good form of insurance. And in my campaign where I don't have any semblance of that, um, the players have often stumbled into interrupting scenes and attacking people they shouldn't be attacking, and boy, do they regret it. So it's basically a level of insurance or security. Now, if we go back to that chaotic neutral rogue character, it could also, the action of saying, but X doesn't know I'm doing this, can also be comparable to shooting someone in the back of the neck so that they can no longer interact, but their senses are still there, and they can witness everything you're doing as they know they can't do anything to stop it. And it really sounds really fucking brutal, but honestly, that's how it feels to experience that as a player.
it this is also why I wanted to do certain things solo with each player, so I could give them the chance to react without uh, being messed with. You know what? For example, I we can run through it a little bit later, but the idea, and I'll let you have this time to think about it, so you can even prepare, is that your character is approached separately by Tommy, and um, he gives you something to aid you, but it's something because he gives you because he trusts you and he knows who you are, but he doesn't trust the other three. That's not true. He trusts the occultist. He weirdly trusts you and the occultist. Which so the
Oh
archetype
boy.
players we have right now are so the essential with this game is it's an 80s slasher. I just realized I'm telling you this, and any of these assholes could listen to it and hear the secret.
Well, on the other hand, it's not like they're going to be watching anyway.
That's true. Well, okay,
Technically, as partial creator, I still have meta knowledge that I
that
know one of the players is not my friend.
yeah. You also know about like other things in the universe, which I wanted to talk to you about that off mic. So you are good enough that you can easily role play in a game with prior knowledge to an event that's coming up. And honestly, I like giving you that prior knowledge. You know why? Because I like having a fucking Batman in my campaign sometimes. I do. You know, because I'm not gonna lie, Kyle, I like it as a challenge. It's not only a challenge to me. That's why like I want you to understand like when I get frustrated with you, it's not because like um well okay, so when I get frustrated with you when you know something, I'm getting frustrated with you because like you're doing exactly what I expect everyone else to do.
Actually, actually, on that subject,
Well, partially, but go on.
maybe the greatest sorrow of the whole Gotham campaign is that uh, I want to call her Brown Recluse, Snake Girl.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
shit. I was reading something. Say that again.
uh, there was one of the villains in the in the Arkham in the Gotham campaign,
Oh,
and
oh,
so basically, like we saw a basic rough cast list of all of the various Batman villains holding up parts of the town hostage.
Mm-hmm.
And in one of the quests, we went to the Wayne Manor, or something like it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wayne Manor had